spiritually. Amen?
Right.
He said, I'm weak. Now look, are we at the point where someone must stand over us and make sure we're eating, or sometimes force feeding us the spiritual food? I hope not. I pray not. David says, I've moved past that. Now get this. We are supposed to continue to desire the sincere milk of the Word. There's no point where we don't say, hey, you know what? I've so got secure believer. I'll never have to study that again. I've so got salvation by grace and faith. I don't ever have to look at that. No, friend. I've so got grace. And let me tell you something. Somebody here says, I got grace down. They are out of their mind. You're just out of your mind. Because we're not going to get grace down even in heaven. We're going to still be walking around going, whoa, that's grace. Whoa, I never could have dreamed grace meant this. You see what I'm saying? I mean, grace is an eternal thing that's going to keep going. It's just an amazing, amazing concept. I can't even fathom grace. But we're saying we are to desire the sincere milk of the Word, but we are also to move on to the meatier matters, the Word of God says. Hebrews chapter 5, verse 12 through 14. I'm going to read this quickly. For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God, such as Jesus the Messiah, and baptism, salvation, and church, and all these basics. He says, I want to go back all over it again and relearn it. He said, the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become such as have need of milk, and not of strong meat. Now, see, the problem is not that they ever should get past the milk, is that that's the only thing they could handle was the milk. I like a little milk every now and then with my meat. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Good cold glass of milk, along with my potatoes and gravy. Amen. For everyone that... I'm getting hungry. For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. That's just Paul. He's putting it out there straight, or Timothy putting it out there straight. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. You say, how do I move from milk to meat? Let me give you one good big word. Here it is. Exercise. Exercise yourself. Put the milk into practice, and then you'll get ready for the meat, man. When you begin to be able to use the milk, it will prepare you to start using the cream taters and the carrots and the corn and cornbread eventually. Well, you're really listening. Listen, he's saying we've got to exercise this stuff. We've got to put them into use, and we will be ready for that strong meat. Those that are full of age, in other words, those that have put all this into practice and have prepared themselves for the weightier matters. He said, is what he was talking about. Take note, listen, Jesus, in all of his maturity, still said, apostles, pray with me. Do you ever get past prayer? Prayer is a simple thing. Talk to God. We never get past that. Jesus never got past that. And so what we see is that the statement in Ecclesiastes is very true. Two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. There's never a point in our life where we've got it all figured out. We always need support. Even if we're on the meat, we still need support.
That's right.
You know, so I'm not preaching you out of church, in other words. Well, I'm on the meat. I don't need to be here anymore. That's not what the Bible tells us. It says now it's time to support others. A three-cord strand is not easily broken. We are binding ourselves together in our strengths and in our weaknesses, bind ourselves together and help each other through this life. Lastly, as we finish, notice this. He says, I have matured, I am humble, and he goes on, he says, let Israel hope in the Lord from henceforth and forever. You see, this is amazing to me. David never got past being concerned for his brethren. He never got past being concerned about Israel. Why did he want the temple put into Jerusalem? Why did he want to build the temple? Was it just for him? No, it was for all of Israel. He wanted all of Israel to know they have a place to come to bring them together, to unify them as one body. He was always, why did he write songs? Was it just for him to sing? No, he wrote songs to give to a choir that he organized, to give to musicians that he organized, so that all of Israel could just his own. That is maturity, friend. When we have moved in from humility to maturity, we are to be concerned about everybody around us. And it's not as hard as we might think, because God has laid out a great plan for us in Acts, amen? We are to be witnesses in Judea, Samaria, and the uttermost parts of the earth. And so as we grow in maturity, we are a witness and testimony to our families and to our community, and then our society, our culture, our town, and then into all of Arkansas, and finally into the United States of America, wholly, and then all over the world. I'm telling you, there are bands of moving for God. And if we can't figure out how to do it for our family, if we can't figure out how to witness and talk about God with our family, you cannot talk to the President of the United States. Just going to let you know. That ain't gonna work. We've got to start here. And David had started in his home. He had talked to his kids. He had worked with his family. Didn't mean he always got it right. Amen? But after even his greatest sin, God still said, this is a man after my own heart. What said David? After Bathsheba. This is a man after my own heart. Why? Because he humbled himself before God. Because he'd grown close to God. And because he was concerned about those around him for Christ's sake. What are you concerned about today? What are you concerned about today? We're going to prepare for hymn invitation. Maybe you're concerned with something going on in your own heart. I pray that if you are, you'll get that right with God. You begin to lay it at God's feet and say, God, I need help with this. Maybe you'll need to grab an elder, somebody who can walk with you through this. I mean, because there's some things that we just need help walking through, amen? We just need help. We are called here to rely upon one another, to encourage one another, to edify one another, to build one another up. So that is why we're here. But then maybe it's not that. Maybe it's someone else. There's someone else in your life. I'm telling you, there's some people not here today that I'm concerned about, because I know what we got to do this coming week, what we got to go this coming week, because it may be the end of the road for some. I'm telling you, you can't always do it on your own. You're concerned about something. Are you concerned about something? Bring it before God. Pray. Maybe you need someone else to pray with you. We'll pray about it. And we'll grow closer to God again. Let's all stand as we have this invitation.
Page 602, I have the song.
Will you follow Jesus today? Will you follow Jesus no matter the cost? If you're here and you're lost, you need to give your life to Jesus. Not some of your life, all of your life.
I have decided.
Give your life to Jesus. Follow Him. Continue to follow Him. Continue to seek Him. Continue to
I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. The world behind me, the cross before me. The world behind me, the cross before me. The world behind me, the cross before me. No turning back, no turning back. Though none go with me, still I will follow. Though none go with me, still I will follow. Though none go with me, still I will follow. No turning back, no turning back. Will you decide now to follow Jesus? Will you decide now to follow Jesus? Will you decide now to follow Jesus? No turning back, no turning back.
Thank you so much for your kind attention. Amen. We've got some more. I'm going to present the coats here.
Amen. Amen. Praise God.
Present the coats, and they'd like to come and join the church at my letter. And what's Will Church? Motion made, seconded, bring it on, third and fourth, hundreds. Everybody say amen? Amen. Opposition to like sign. No opposition there. So amen. We'll just pray God for them. Give them a hug. And I'll tell you, y'all go ahead and y'all stand there at the back and appreciate y'all. Love you all. Amen. James McCurry wanted to come forward before the church, and they are preparing to join, and we're going to talk about that just a little bit and get everything lined up. And man, I just want y'all to pray for them. Amen. They are a blessing. They are a blessing. And so if you take a moment, just say hi and love them and encourage them. They are just so special, family, and they don't know how excited I am about them. Such a thought out couple. I love them to death. Y'all be in prayer for them as well as we dismiss. Anything before we dismiss? If not, I pray all our hearts and minds are clear, and I just pray God's blessings upon you. Let's go, Lord, in prayer at this time. Brother Rick, would you dismiss us, please?
Dear Father, we thank you so much this day. We thank you for this message we've heard, Lord, about growing in you. And pray, Lord, to take it to our hearts. Lord, most importantly, apply it to our lives. Lord, I ask you again to get those in this day of prayer. Lord, we find many lost loved ones. Lord, we find many that are sick. Lord, have your hand upon them. We thank you so much for our new addition to our church family. And Lord, I pray that we as a church take them in, Lord, and love them, and nurture them, and be with them. I ask you, Lord, again to be with us as a church when we do the things you have us to do. Pray these things in Christ's name. Amen. Amen.